If you clicked on this video, then you want to get better at Jujutsu Shenanigans, or shortly JJS. First, what you need to know are the basics. Different from other battlegrounds games, you can wall hop like this. What you do is look at a wall parallel like this, then turn your camera a little bit like this. If it's on the right, you press W, D and hold space, and that's a wall hop. If it is on the left, then you need to press WA and hold space like this. You can do 3 of these in midair. Another thing about wall hopping is you can climb up walls. Look parallel again. Look the normal way when you wall hop. Just a little bit, like a 30 degrees or something. Should look something like this. So just hold them and you will start climbing the flat wall. Normally you can't do this, but this is a glitch. If you want to climb walls like this that are smaller, you need to practice this. It is not that easy. So what you do is this. So that's it. So coming to combat. The combat is just punching, blocking and pressing R. In the honored one, pressing R will teleport you to the opponent. Like this. This can be used in combos. You can use 4, then use R, do a high kick. This also implements people climbing on the ladder. In Vessel, pressing R doesn't do anything on its own. You need to be doing something, like using a move. So while using the move, press R, and it faints. Using 2 in midair will make you launch forward. Using 1 in midair will make you do a flying kick, and it bypasses block. In Restless Gambler, R is a parry. I press R and it parries. It does a little bit of damage and it ragdolls. In Tense Shadows, pressing R will make you go into the shadows, making you faster. But there's also another quirk of this R. If you pick up a trash can, then press R and you will store that item. So here's the dummy here. I'm gonna press R and click. Then I can throw it. It's like a storage. It was not implemented purposely, but the owner kept it anyway. In Perfection, it doesn't do something like other characters do. Instead, it changes your M1s and your dashes. So this is the normal dashing. This is the sword arm thingy dash. Doesn't do more damage than the normal dash, but it teleports you. Big rock thingies. I don't know their names, if they have a name. This dash is a unique one. It doesn't just stun them, it also ragdolls them. And it does a lot more damage than normal dashes. So blocking is very important in any Battlegrounds game, no matter what it is. You need to block to win fights. Unless they're spamming, of course. The pinnacle of winning fights comes from combos. So combos are basically using a move to use another move after that. If you don't know any combos, don't worry, I got you covered. For the honored one, the combo is very basic, but you can mess it up sometimes. For Black Flash, the beat is. For Vessel, the combo is much simpler. I think Restless Gambler combo is the most easiest and effective combo of all combos in this game. It goes like this. Ten Shadow combo is the most annoying one to do because it requires spamming. Yeah. So before attacking the opponent, you need to spawn your dog, Divine Dog, or else it won't be possible. In Perfection, the combos are the hardest to do. The Arnold one is very flexible but not so much for crowd control. When it comes to crowd control, it is not that good because people can just attack you while you are using your moves. Like you cannot do anything in this situation. I used left blue and he can still hit me. If I use red, it just cancels out. So it is not really good for crowd control. But it is flexible for close quarters fights and open area fights. So you won't have much trouble if you are doing a 1v1. But not recommended for teaming. So Vessel is basically Garou from TSP. He needs to make contact with the enemy to attack. He has no ranged attacks whatsoever. If you are fighting someone like Gojo and they are spamming, just walk away. You cannot beat them with Vessel. For crowd control because some of his moves can be cancelled. This is because of his single people hitting moves. You cannot hit multiple people with it except for cursed strikes. So Restless Gambler is very basic to do combos with because of how easy it is to combo extend. You need to land an M1 to do a combo because all of his moves need to make contact. He is somewhat flexible because of his shutter doors variant. You press 1 then use 2. So Hakari is somewhat good for crowd control because of his moves being able to hit multiple people at once. 10 Shadows is very flexible, but it has to spam, so you're going to be called a spammer. Kind of not good for crowd control because the only multiple people hitting move is the Divine Dog, which is not consistent, and Nue. So it is not good for crowd control, but it is very flexible. It can be used in close quarters, open areas, on the tower, anywhere you want. Perfection is generally good for close quarters, like inside buildings or narrow areas like this one, or the train station. For crowd control, Mahito is very good at close quarters. You can choose your own playstyle. It's not forced to use. So on to the next topic. Adapting to your opponent is 90% of winning a fight. I am not kidding. This is the thing that will guarantee your win against your opponent. This might seem odd to you, but I mean use movement to your advantage. I mean using wall hops, just standing still, just looking at them menacingly.
He's just standing there, menacingly.
Doing weird movement like doing a circle, emoting at them. These are weird things, right? And that's what makes it really useful. I just talked about adapting, right? If you do these moves, it will make it harder for your opponent to adapt to you. So the other thing is wall hopping. This will be very useful in your fights. Anywhere that there is walls, you can wall hop and use a move or wall hop into a dash. That is almost unblockable. If you are not aware of the surroundings, you will most likely get third parties. Other rarer examples of that are hollow nukes. So what happens is you're fighting your opponent here, and then someone uses lapse blue and then uses hollow nuke. And your combo is done for and your health is depleted. And that's an end for your 1v1. Now for the bonus tips. Getting out of a fight. This might seem off again, but it can be useful in some cases like teamers. There are two people that don't know each other, that are not teaming. When you're fighting this guy interrupts. Then you get combo, but this guy starts attacking the other guy. This guy starts attacking the other guy. What do you do in this situation? The correct answer is just running away. So that is getting out of a fight. Now on to the next bonus tip. Map knowledge. Knowing the map might help you because how you are going to play. So here I'm using Vessel. So what I'm going to try to do is find an open area like this. If your opponent is using wall hopping to their advantage, then you need an open area, like the back of the grocery store here, because the walls are not close to each other, and if they just wall hop, then at the open they cannot wall hop. So you are just chilling here and just walking around, and this Hakari user just immediately starts jumping you for no reason. You might say you're cooked. Yeah, I cannot fight this guy, but what you need to do is climb to twin towers. and they cannot do anything to you because they cannot catch up to you and they don't have any moves that do go up or anything. And then you can black flash them off and they will most likely give up at that point. In summary, you need to know how to attack, block, dodge, move, combo, confuse, know how the mechanics of the game work, learn the map, adapt to your opponent, the most important part, know how your character will play in certain situations, be aware of things happening around you, and most importantly, get experience by playing the game itself.